It's the first trip to the Sweet 16 for the University of Richmond in over 20 years, the second in the program's history overall. Now, here to talk about the concrete impact of a Sweet 16 run is Ed Ayers. He's the president of the University of Richmond. So, Ed, congratulations on the Sweet 16 run. What is the value? What is the value of all of this publicity for the school?
Well, the first things that we could see would be traffic on the website. The first two indices we would have a success would be that, and we've doubled the traffic on the website. The other thing, I haven't seen today's receipts, would be spiderware. You'll see from my pen that we are the Richmond Spiders, the only ones in the world for some reason. I don't know why that is. And so if you want spiderware, you need to come to the UR bookstore, online, of course, and we think we're going to be a cult item.
So, Ed, clearly this run has meant a considerable amount of money for the Atlantic 10 Conference. Now, how much of that payout does Richmond actually get?
Well, I'm really pleased to say 3/4 of it. And the conference's philosophy is that the teams that invest and succeed are the ones who deserve the lion's share of the resources. This seems especially wise this year, since we're actually in the Sweet 16. But you know what? Even if there were no money from the NCAA, which I'm not encouraging, the other kinds of returns that come from this kind of success, of just the enthusiasm on campus, the confidence that people have, the buzz, it's a worthwhile investment just for that.
Now, Ed, I know that the school spends about $2.6 million on men's basketball, according to the Department of Education. Do you foresee allocating, more money to that program going forward, given the success?
I think that we're doing it about right, frankly. That we're playing in the A10, a really competitive conference with Xavier and Dayton and Temple and all the other good teams that I could mention if I had time. And so that's a high level of commitment right there. It's interesting, too, that we're unusual for a school of our size, only about 2,800, to also be playing Division I football, 1AA. We were national champions in 2008. So I think that we've looked at this hard and thought about it. We find ourselves very fortunate to be in the position to be a school of our size with almost no classes over 25 and still be able to play at this level. So I'm not sure that there's much more that we need to do. The Robins Center where we play is a wonderful facility. Chris Mooney has flourished here now for 6 years. So I think that we're about where we need to be.
Let's talk about Chris Mooney for a couple seconds here. Obviously, tough game coming up. You're going up against a #1 seed with Kansas, but listen, Chris Mooney's run has been great so far. How confident are you guys that you're going to be able to hold on to this coach?
That this is an especially excellent coach. I also think that not everywhere would have had the kind of students, the kind of support that would allow a coach to do something a little bit different. On TV, they're always talking about the Princeton offense and all this. If you watch it, it's not that at all. This is the Mooney offense, or I want to brand it right now, it's the Richmond offense and defense. So I think that other people are going to be coming talking to Chris. That's fine. I think we can keep him.
All right. Have you already talked to him about locking him up for a few more years?
Well, he has a contract through 2016 and 2017. So we talked to him last year. Several schools were very interested in him then. We talked. He recognizes that this is a special place, and we'd love to keep him in the family.
All right. Well, good luck in San Antonio, Ed. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bloomberg. And back over to you guys in the studio.